Hey guys, Steve Ferguson here, your loan officer. Hope you're having a great day today. Just want to visit with you for a second about some strategies to help your clients make a faster decision and a decision they're happy with in a shorter amount of time when they're looking at homes to buy. So let's get that process started. Now, you have to understand that the mind works a very specific way. If you ask questions the right way, then the mind goes through those questions and comes up with solutions. So for example, if I want to get a person to give me direction A or direction B, then when I ask the question of them, I only give them a question that has those two possible results, right? So for example, what's more important to you, money or time? Now they have to decide, right? So let's use that strategy. It's a direct selling approach, first of all. So I want to be very clear that this is a very direct approach. You're going to have to make this your custom approach, and you guys can customize this any way you want. You can soften it, you can strengthen it, whatever. I'm just going to give you the general framework for it. So let's say you're sitting in front of your client, or maybe you're even on the phone with your client. So let's start asking questions to the client in a way where the client can understand value. Okay? So for example, how much is owning a home worth to you? Let's just put a dollar figure on it, right? So if you could write a check today and you knew that you could own the perfect home that you love, what would that check be? Would it be 100 grand? Would it be 300,000? Would it be $1 million? It's like, you know what? That's worth any amount of money that I can possibly pay for it. The reason this is important is the dollar figure they give to it gives you information on how serious they are about finding the right home. Okay? So keep that in mind as you're asking these questions. Now let's talk about renting right now. Do you feel that renting, doing what you're doing right now or staying in the current house that you're staying in, is beneficial to your future financial strategies for your family, right? Or we can ask this a different way. Do you believe that renting right now is going to help you retire in the future? So I'm asking questions in a very defined framework. And what I'm doing is I'm leading a client down a specific path. So for example, if I have a client who's motivated to buy and wants to buy and understands that renting is bad, and they just haven't found the perfect residence yet, or maybe they just can't decide what their perfect residence looks like, then we can start asking questions regarding the property itself. Is a big kitchen more important to you or a large backyard? Well, I mean, we're in the house a lot. I really prefer the big kitchen. Okay, so just to clarify, if we find a great kitchen that you love, the backyard size is irrelevant. Is that correct? And then they've got a choice to make. Either they're going to say yes, right, which you're going to hold them accountable to later, or they're going to back out of it and say, well, I mean, I've got to have a yard. I mean, I want a mid-size yard. Okay, well, that's cool. So let me understand. I want to make sure that I understand this completely. If I find you that perfect kitchen, I mean, it is the best kitchen you've ever seen in a house. You can't wait to cook dinner in it, but that backyard's little bitty. Can you overlook the backyard to have that beautiful kitchen? If they can't, this allows you to start backing into things. Or if they can, now we know the yard is irrelevant, right? But if they can't, we know the yard is just as important as the kitchen. So we can start asking if this, then those kinds of questions and only give two possible answers. So for example, if you found the perfect home, but it only had a single car garage, would you buy it? Right? What we're doing is we're determining how important the garage is to them. Do you have to have a garage? Do you need a big garage? We can list all these things, but if you ask the questions the right way, they have to go over in their mind and process it and give you a final answer. So it skips through all the gray area and gets to the meat and potatoes of where you want to go. So asking questions the right way is the strategy to get your client to A, commit to buying a certain property, B, commit to buying at a certain price, and C, giving up things they don't really care about. Okay? So when you show them that next property, you're like, I got you the perfect kitchen. I got you the perfect garage. Backyard small, but you said that wasn't as important. I want you to think about cooking in this kitchen, man, because the rest is awesome. And then when they go in there, they've already agreed to themselves internally, hey, you know what? That backyard's not a big deal. I got to have that kitchen. So it doesn't hurt or sting as bad versus them walking in for the first time and realizing there's no backyard. What am I going to do with this? And it's because you had the conversation up front to help them eliminate things that they don't need as much as this list of items that they really want, and they're willing to give those things up. Then it becomes money, right? I've delivered these things to you. You know this is the perfect house for you. So the real question is, how much is this home worth to you and your family, right? Would you be willing to walk away from this house if you knew you could buy it? So you see how we design these questions in a way where there's very few possible responses. So hope this gives you guys some insider information and helps you better structure your sales techniques with your clients and gets them to commit in a shorter amount of time. Hope you have a great day. Let's talk soon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.